Yun Sun is the co-director of the East Asia program and director of the China program at the Stimson Center think tank. I spoke to her about the Rohingya crisis, the disturbing allegations, and the strong denials. So Myanmar says one thing, the UN fact-finding mission says something completely different. Yeah. How do you get to the truth here?
Well, the truth is always somewhere in between, I would say. Although the fact-finding mission did not have access to the Rakhine State, but they did have access to 700,000 refugees who are currently living in Bangladesh. So to claim that because they had no access to Rakhine State, therefore they know nothing, is also not a fair assessment. The truth is somewhere in between, but there are complex domestic political reasons here that Aung San Suu Kyi appears reluctant to express her opinion on this issue. She's even reluctant to call Rohingya people Rohingyas because the Burmese population will call them Bengalis. So there is a problem between the military and the civilian government in Myanmar on this issue. There's a difference of opinion.
Myanmar says it wants to launch its own investigation, a fact-finding mission, but how impartial is that going to be?
Well, it's not going to be the full truth. We'll just say that. I feel that for all these fact-finding missions, they seem to be selectively focused on one aspect of this crisis, and there are multiple factors in play. And I think for well-informed policy analysts or well-informed officials, they all understand what the problem really is. The problem is that deeply embedded in the Burmese society, there is a strong sentiment against the presence of Rohingya population in their country.
Is that racism?
It's not necessarily racism because it also has the religious factor into it. There's also the factor of the history into it. There's also a factor that the Burmese people believe that the Muslim population has much bigger families. They produce many more children than the Buddhist population in Burma. So there are concerns from the Burmese population on this issue as well. So I feel that all the fact-finding mission have to cover multiple aspects of this crisis to get the whole picture.